Sangram,
Yes.
please take your seat.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Take your seat and please introduce yourself.
Good morning, sir. I am Sangram Pradhan from Balesar district in Odisha. I have completed my schooling from Hyderabad, Telangana. After that, I earned my BTech in mechanical engineering from National Institute of Technology, Warangal. After graduation, I worked as a seat and seat belts design engineer in Maruti Suzuki from 2019 to 2022. Since then, I have been preparing for civil services with mathematics as my optional. Outside of my studies, I enjoy drawing anime characters and reading fantasy web novels, particularly the Chinese and Korean works. I look forward to this opportunity.
Are you in the job now?
No, sir, not right now.
You are not in it. Sir.
So originally you belong to Balesar district in Odisha.
Yes, sir.
But your entire educational career you have spent in Telangana, then Warangal, Hyderabad.
Yes, sir.
How is it?
Sir, it is a good place. Actually, I did my schooling there because my father was in
Yes.
the Indian Army.
Yes.
So, because of frequent transfers, I lived across India and completed my schooling there.
So as you belong to originally Balesar district,
Yes.
which place?
Sir, Balesar district, Balesar proper town, sir.
Proper Balesar.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me some of the eminent persons, those who are involved in our freedom struggle from Balesar?
Sir, Hare Krishna Mehtab and Bagha Jatin Das, both of these are associated with freedom struggle. Furthermore, in the Quit India movement, during the civil disobedience movement, in the salt satyagraha took place in Inchudi, so which is also known as the second Dandi. Also, second Dandi March, and even to some extent we can say Fakir Mohan Senapati. He is also associated with the freedom struggle through his books.
Motivation.
Through his writings, he motivated the people.
Yes, sir.
He was not involved in the freedom.
Yes. So currently I can remember these.
As you have told, Inchudi is second Dandi. Why it is known as second Dandi?
So because just like Dandi March, where Gandhiji broke the salt law by breaking the monopoly of British over the salt manufacturing, he himself manufactured it. In the same way, Acharya Harihar took a march to Inchudi and broke the salt law. So that's why it is known as second Dandi.
Yes. Have you heard about Iram? That is also another most important place. Now it is in Bhadrach district or undivided Balesar. Previously it was Iram.
No, sorry sir, I am not aware of that.
As Dandi,
Go through that.
as you see, the Inchudi is the second Dandi, so Iram is the second Jallianwala Bagh.
Yes.
So what was the incident that took place in Iram? No idea.
No sir.
Look into it. Yeah?
Yes sir. Sure.
It was during the Quit India movement. 28 people they are killed
Yes.
in Iran. Nowhere in India.
Yes.
The only place where 28 people are killed
I'll look into
during the
this.
Quit India movement.
Yes.
It is known as second Jallianwala Bagh.
Yes.
So how, can you tell me how Fakir Mohan Senapati, as you have told, he influenced the people, motivated the people, how he brought a sense of consciousness among the people? What is the role of Fakir Mohan Senapati?
So through his writings, he inspired the people of Odisha to join the national movement because he explained that what is the plight of the people under the British rule, their socio-economic conditions, the plight of the peasants under the zamindari and feudal lords. So through that he explained to the entire nation as well as to the people of Odisha that you are being oppressed and you should rise up for your freedom.
Can you name some of the literary creations of Fakir Mohan?
Sir, if I am able to recall properly, one is Chho Mano Atho Guntha, one is Mamu, Prayaschit, then he has written some short stories as well like Rebati and he has written his autobiography as well.
Achha. In Rebati, what he has expressed?
Sir, in Rebati, he basically talks about a girl who belongs to a conservative society, who wants to pursue education, but because of the conservative society, she isn't able to do so. He has explained about her conditions and her plights, that even though she wants to pursue education, she could not do so because of the conservative society.
I'll give you a statement. Rebati is still alive in our society. Do you agree with this statement?
Sir, to some extent, yes, because of the patriarchal nature of our nation, girls are still not preferred for going to school. A boy child is preferred over a girl child for going to school, but the government is working in that area. Schemes like Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao are promoting girl education. And to some extent, we have also achieved parity in gross enrollment ratio at the primary and secondary level. So I think to some extent we have improved, but there needs more works needs to be done.
My last question is to you, that is, which song is accepted as the state anthem of Odisha? You know what is our national anthem?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
It's a Jana Gana Mana.
My question is, what is the state anthem?
I am not able to recall right now. I will look at that.
Have you heard about Bande Utpal Janani?
Yes, sir, I have heard.
Can you tell me who has composed the song?
No, sir.
Have you heard about Lakshmi Kant Mahapatra? Kanto Kabi Lakshmi Kant.
Kanta Kabi Lakshmi
Yes.
Mahapatra. Yes, sir, I have heard of it. Sir, I have read, but I have forgotten.
Please.
Yes, sir, I will revise it.
Thank you.
You belong to which place?
So, Baleshwar district.
Baleshwar. But throughout your education is outside. How it is so?
Sir, my father, he served in the Indian Army, so I was moving with him, so that's why
So
I did
you
my
have read in
school.
army school first.
Yes, sir.
So in your graduation, you had the subject thermodynamics.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Can you give, as a layman, can you give me one example of thermodynamics being utilized in the practical field?
Yes, sir. Sir, the best example right now I can explain is the air conditioning here, which is based on the second law of thermodynamics, where work is done to extract heat. So, usually we see that from a hot source, heat transfers to a cold source. But in the case of air conditioner, it is reverse. From a hot source, from a cold source, it is extracting heat and supplying outside, so that the room from which it is extracting the heat, it can become cold.
There is a plant, Talcher Thermal Electricity Plant.
Yes, sir.
Can it be an example of thermodynamics?
Thermal power plant, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. It is using thermodynamics principles.
It converts heat into electric power.
Electric power, yes, sir.
Energy or
It is working on the heat engine principle, sir.
Your subject was thermodynamics, you are a graduate in mechanical engineering, but you have opted for mathematics.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Sir, first of all, sir, mathematics, some topics of mathematics were already there in the mechanical engineering course. So I felt that the transition would be smooth. Secondly, the return on investment on the time invested in mathematics optional is much greater than mechanical engineering. So that's why I opted for mathematics option.
You are going through the current affairs.
Yes, sir.
Have you read newspaper today?
Yes, sir.
What is the headline?
Sir, the first thing I read was about I actually, sir, read from the reverse part. So I read the science and technology part. So it was saying that radiation technology.
I am asking about headline of newspaper.
Yes, sir.
Nothing else.
Sir, the elections that got over just recently, it was talking about that. The West Bengal and Tamil Nadu poll elections, state elections. So the headlines
What
were
is that?
related.
What is that? You told a very broad subject.
Yes.
Elections, Tamil Nadu,
Yes, sir.
West Bengal, so on. So what is the headline?
Sir, exact headline in
So
verbatim.
you are going around the bush. Isn't it?
No, sir, I have read, but
You
exactly.
have read about it. What is the headline? You
Sir.
have read about it.
Yes.
For last 3-4 days, the election is the news. From 4th onwards,
Yes, sir.
election is the news.
So
Headline?
exact headline I am not able to recall.
Suppose Mamata refuses to resign.
Yes, sir.
What will happen? In West Bengal, what will happen?
Sir, it will be a constitutional deadlock because until and unless she goes
Not
and
bluff. You are not sure. You are not sure about the answer, is not it?
yes, sir.
Yes. So, interview board, those who are there, they are quite learned people.
Yes, sir.
If you bluff, they will become that as well as bluffing. That will be a negative point.
Yes, sir.
So, if you don't know the exact answer, you can politely submit, sir, I failed to recall the exact answer. What is the harm, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Bluff daba अपेक्षा एटा कहदेवाटा बेटर
Okay, sir.
उभय लूज लूज कंडीशन किंतु एटा कहदेले जे ना पहला प्लेट मन पड़े पारे ठीक अछि राइट
Yes, sir.
50
Strategically, you can see the newspaper. Mamata lost it, but not leaving it here.
Yes, sir. She refused to resign.
Do that. In relation of the person at the top or whatever for 5 years. 7th Rati 12:30 से 12 बजे
for power seizures
Power
automatically his post is
If
gone
at all suppose he will not take this constitution also empowered the governor to dismiss the
Dismiss her. Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes.
यदि जानी था बेटा वही पड़ी के एनर्जी है यू inferiority के वही को अपन को इंटरव्यू कर जाते
Yes, sir.
being a son of army officers your necktie is not correctly
Sorry, sir.
or you have somewhat rigid. But on that day you kindly put it properly.
Yes, sir.
How do you difference Operation Sindoor and because your father is in Indian Army and your this surgical strikes?
Sir, Operation Sindoor was basically a response to the Pahalgam terror attack, where we carried out precision strikes from India, within India, onto the terror launch pads. And as the escalation went on, we bombarded their military infrastructure as well. However, in the case of surgical strike, our forces, they went inside the Pakistan occupied Kashmir rather than crossing the international border. And
What is the surgical strikes are nearby LOC?
Yes, sir.
Of control in the Pakistan. So terror. Arata technically more advanced.
yes, sir.
Inside that.
Across the international border.
Inside Pakistan.
Yes, sir.
Wherever the terror groups are there, we technically more advanced flights, rockets we launch
Yes, sir.
and we kill those people. That is the difference.
Yes.
Agnivir, you know.
एक्चुअली ऑपरेशन सिंदूर रे हमर प्रथम टार्गेट थिला ताकर ऑपरेशन पॉइंट जो ताकर कंट्रोल पॉइंट थिला आर्मी एस्टैब्लिशमेंट ताको आगो मारले तापर ताकर जो
Noor Khan Air Base.
बेस रोड पाखो को मारले कारण बेस टाको नष्ट न करिया पे अमेरिका ने इंस्ट्रक्शन
Yes, sir.
बिकॉज़ अमेरिका इज ऑपरेटिंग फ्रॉम देयर इज अनडिक्लेयर्ड ऑपरेशन अमेरिका
Yes.
अछि सेठी की 3 स्टार को कम थिबा आर्मी ऑफिसर मध्ये अलाउ न समान जेबा पे
Yes, sir.
एपर्सन ताकर अछि सेकंड टा होची दीटा अलगा केमती आमे ताकर टेरिटरी भितर को पसिकी सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक रे जाइथलो आर्मी इट वाज आर्मी बेस्ड
Army,
ऑपरेशन
yes.
दिस वाज एआर बेस्ड ऑपरेशन
Yes, sir.
वी डिडंट क्रॉस द बॉर्डर फ्रॉम आवर बॉर्डर
We attacked this. Yes, sir.
डिफरेंस एति क्या
Yes, sir.
Mostly LOC oriented
Yes.
surgical strike. That is inside of terror groups. Military and army nothing. Only terror groups is mostly controlled by some of the army people.
Yes, sir.
Agnivir?
Sir, it is a scheme for inducting soldiers into the armed forces, where they are given so that the average age of the Indian Armed Forces can be brought down, where 25% of the, after a few years, after 4 years, the 25% of those recruited are.
Strategically answer दियंतु 4 years में जीवो.
Yes sir.
Recruitment कितने वर्ष में है?
So the first recruitment is for 4 years. After that 25% are retained.
सुनो आंसर टा केमती लोगर हार्ट को टच करियो के आगे सेटा कहबो नहले केमती जानिबे तापर अपन कहि चलबे कैरियर इज ओपन टू टैलेंट जार भलो लोग से आगे कंटिन्यू करिवो जे खराब लोग बाहरी जिबे
ये सब माने अन्य जगह रे
जनधन कोन जनधन
Sorry sir.
जनधन
Sir, Jandhan for financial inclusion, sir. Jandhan Yojana.
सेटा को आंसर देबे अगर जीरो अकाउंट रे ଗୋଟେ अकाउंट खोला
Yes.
सेटा कोन है फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन ये तो ଗୋଟେ लिटरेरी स्पीच रो बनी एगो कांसेप्ट ए जो तार कंप्लीट जो आंसर टा को वैल्यू करिवो सेटा कहबे
Sir, understood, sir.
जीरो बैलेंस खोलिबे बन्ने हले जीरो टॉलरेंस केमते हो इबा सेबला के खाली कलेक्टर हेबे केमते
Okay, sir.
होला
Yes.
Having served, I think, more than 2.5 years
Yes.
as an assistant manager, how do you think your experience would help you in administration?
Sir, first of all, I think that the responsibility, the sense of responsibility that I learned at Maruti Suzuki, it will help me to be committed to my duty here as well. Secondly, I was involved in consultation with various stakeholders. So the teamwork skills that I learned, the leadership roles that I learned there, I can apply those here as well. And thirdly, the analytical skills that I learned there, I can apply those here to logically approach the complex problems that a civil servant usually faces.
Is there any automobile plant in Odisha?
No sir.
Why?
Sir, because automobile plants are based on agglomeration of industries. So there is a requirement of both upstream and downstream linkages. But that is not the case in Odisha. We have upstream industries related to mining, where we are producing iron and steel, aluminium, etc. But the downstream value addition is not there. So that's why the
Since you are in a position to do or think something,
yes.
What can be done for more industrialization in Odisha?
Sir, first of all, we have to give tax incentives to the industries so that we can promote them to come here and establish their industries. Furthermore, the different schemes that are there, we can promote the EVs through the EV policy. We can go for EV rather than.
Try to understand. If you go to the Maharashtra division, the MIDC area, Chakan, Chinchwad, etc.
Yes, sir.
Also.
Yes, sir.
So there are many automobile sectors,
Yes, sir.
and due to which there are many ancillaries industries.
Yes, yes, sir.
Why can't in Odisha we can create those things? What are the main issues, and how to tackle them?
So main issues for industries not being there is because of the regulatory hurdles that are there. Ease of compliance, business compliance is not there in Odisha. And so geographical factors also matters. Sir, like the water resources that are required. So there is a issue of environmental damage and tribal population displacement.
Those things are also in Maharashtra, but they are able to do it. Odisha kahin koi problem. कौन समस्या रहुଛି 1 2 3 कौन सा these are the issues?
Sir, I believe the first is that the government support should be there. The government has to provide incentives so that they can come there. Secondly, we have to ensure that the regulatory compliances are minimal.
CAP government related है.
Yes, sir.
Anything else apart from government?
Sir, proper power facilities so that they can run without interruption of power. that is another that I can think of.
Okay. What is E20 fuel?
Sir, it is ethanol blended fuel where 20% of ethanol is blended in the petrol fuel. So 20% is ethanol, 80% is petrol.
Is it good for the vehicles or bad for the vehicles?
Sir, there has been cases where people are complaining that ethanol fuel is not good, but the engine improvement, if it is done and if it is applicable for E20, then it actually reduces the.
My question is very simple. Is it good or is it bad?
Sir,
Have you studied
it is
the
good.
report
It is
by
good.
government?
It is good, sir.
Have you studied the report
Yes, sir.
on E20 fuel?
Yes, sir.
So there is a detailed report on E20 fuel with scientific data.
Yes, sir.
Go through that.
Okay, sir.
My last question is what is Carnot engine?
Carnot engine, sir. Sir, it is basically a heat engine cycle where work is done to increase heat. It passes through 4 phases through compression, expansion, constant volume addition.
Feature of Carnot engine. Gotiye point jo tha. Carnot engine, Carnot cycle would also concept.
Sir, constant volume heat
What is the
addition.
efficiency of Carnot engine?
So the formula,
Efficiency.
sir, like the number, it will depend on the heat of the sink and the source, sir.
First semester in also.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Dear Sangram, you are a technocrat or mechanical engineer.
Yes, sir.
Whatever sir said about industrial expansion and other things, kindly say that that other states like Gujarat, Haryana, Maharashtra, their single window system has been very, very strengthened. That has been monitored by the CM of the state. I being an officer at the ground level, I cannot just pull over any files in days together. It will be lottering that fellow, Jindal, this, that, there, people will not come. Second, that energy, water, whatever land fact, a single window channel will go.
Yes, sir.
To get NOC from all angles. Then this system can run. Then tax,
Tax will be
relaxation.
Understood.
Chalo, badao.
Yes, sir.
All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
ଟିକେ ସାଇଡ୍ ପେପର ହେଇଯିବେ
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍।
ଓଡ଼ିଶା ଯୁକେ ସାଇଡ୍
Yes, yes.
Badaya. Best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.